You are on mute.
The future with courage and compassion. The International Platform of Inspiration and Collaboration is organized by IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council, a distinguished council dedicated to promoting women leaders in a business, education, health, technology, and social innovation. The council was founded by Dr. Piyush Pandey, a global visionary, social entrepreneur, educational reformer, and founder of International Internship University IIU, a globally recognized institution for its groundbreaking initiatives in a digital education, sustainable development, and a global inclusion. The mission of IIU Women Entrepreneur Council is not just to create a space, but to empower women from all over the world to lead, transform, and inspire communities. The council offers global visibility, support network, and real leadership opportunities. So, Ermina, please play the video. Ermina, can you play the video? So here we will see the video of IIU conference.
IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council is initiated by Mr. Piyush Pandit, the founder of International Internship University. He is the founder of Swana Bharat Parivar and chairman of Piyush Group. The Piyush Group has collaborated with many countries for creating tomorrow's entrepreneur. He created the Indian e-village. He runs an NGO that has rendered its services for the welfare of society. He is a successful entrepreneur. Mr. Piyush Pandit is a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist for the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds, possessing excellent administrative, verbal communication, and writing skills. He is a next-gen speaker and passionate writer. He has received many awards and worldwide recognition for his efforts and contribution to the betterment of society and in the field of education. His multifaceted personality and his creative pursuits are evident from his work. Mr. Piyush Pandit concocts the world's first virtual internship university during a pandemic, the International Internship University, the IIU. Women's empowerment is empowering women in all walks of life. Mr. Piyush Pandit strongly believes that every woman has a constitutional right to quality health care facilities, economic security, access and right to education, and political power. The economic and social growth of the world depends on the active participation of women, as they constitute half of the world's population. Mr. Piyush Pandit says that women are multitasking. Women are born to rule. The power of being a woman is exquisitely enigmatic. A woman creates a life a feat no other can. She has dreams, she lives for today, which holds the promise that she will make her tomorrows more meaningful. A woman fights innumerable battles, takes stands, yet most women need to struggle for their self-worth, for the freedom to soar to heights not traversed before, to venture into unexplored territory and utilize their untapped potential. Mr. Piyush Pandit thinks that every woman is an entrepreneur unknowingly from her birth. A woman is an innovator, a source of new ideas, a skilled, ready to take challenges, an initiator. In every woman, there is a hidden entrepreneur. Women are an instrumental part of entrepreneurship and will continue to lead change for years to come. Through their ingenuity, they bring economic growth, innovation, creativity, and productivity. They also inspire other women and individuals to become business owners. Women entrepreneurship is the process in which women initiate a business, gather all resources, undertake risks, face challenges, provides employment to others, and manages the business independently. Women entrepreneurship refers to a business or organization started by a woman or group of women. Mr. Piyush Pandit always had an urge to provide a platform to women entrepreneurs to establish and enhance business contacts, exchange business ideas and products, services, identify emerging opportunities for the domestic market, export promotion, joint venture, business collaborations, strategic partnership, and other business activities. IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council is a venture by International Internship University, by integrating women entrepreneurs from manufacturing, service industry, banking, finance, infrastructure, realty, education, entertainment, media, sports, healthcare, pharmaceutical, professional services, and other fields for development and enhancement of business contacts and growth. IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council is providing a platform for women entrepreneurs to expand business reach, commercialization of unique concepts and business ideas. IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council has been providing the opportunity to every woman on this globe, the CEOs from large corporate, multinational companies, banking, finance, research, science and technology, education, entertainment, media, legal, and business consultancy firms to share their expertise, experience, and knowledge for the development of leadership qualities amongst women entrepreneurs, especially from underprivileged sections and to the beginners. IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council recognizes the incredible skills possessed by a woman, respects their self-worth, and intertwines it with entrepreneurial skills to give a woman the power to create magic, magniloquence, and money with her skill sets. International Internship University is giving an opportunity to every woman on this globe to witness the uncultivated talents within her to be the successful women entrepreneur by joining IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council. IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council will support you to become a women entrepreneur. We will teach you to earn by using your hidden talents to become a tycoon. Be the part of the International Internship University Women Entrepreneurs Council to recognize you as an entrepreneur, turning history into your story to initiate the golden era in the journey of life.
Thank you so much, Elmina, for showing us the wonderful video of beautiful journey of IIU. So now from here, I'll invite Ermina to give a small welcome to our president. Ermina, president of IIU WEC, for welcoming all the speakers.
Thank you, Ravin. Good evening, change makers and dear guests. Welcome to PowerHER Europe 2025, an event that celebrates more than just achievement. It celebrates impact, resilience, and transformation. Our theme this evening, She Leads, She Builds, She Transforms, is not just a slogan. It's a reflection of the powerful journey that so many women across Europe and the world are working every single day. From the boardroom to the classroom, from the entrepreneurship, we can say, to innovation, women are not only participating in progress, they are defining it. This event is a tribute to that spirit, a space where voices are amplified, where stories turn into a movement, and where collaboration lights the way forward. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the visionary who lead the foundation for the platform, Dr. Piyush Pandit, founder of the IIU Women Entrepreneur Council. His belief in the strength and potential of women leaders has helped create a space where we can grow, connect, and rise together. But in this evening, that spotlight belongs to you, the women who lead with purpose, who build with passion, and who transform not only their community, but the world around them. Together, let's make the evening one of insight, inspiration, and action. Thank you to all the speakers, our international, global speakers, for your time with us. And thank you, Naveen Gupta. Good luck today. Welcome to Power Europe 2025. The future is here. Thank you. Let's go further.
Thank you so much, Ermina, for introducing the IIU. And so without delaying anything, I would like to start this conference with the wonderful ladies of the world. And the first speaker is from Croatia. If I'll take your name in some pronunciation problem, I'm saying sorry before starting the session. So the first speaker from Croatia is Zelzeka Zovnako, and she is a history and a Croatian language teacher from Dulles and Elementary School. With a career dedicated to education and a character formation, Zelska will deliver a speech titled The Power of European Women and a celebration of resilience, innovation, and female leadership across the Europe and beyond. Welcome, Zelenska.
Thank you. Thank you to Dr. Naveen Gupta. Thank you to my dear friend Ermina for this great opportunity and for invitation. Let's see. So about the woman in the society and in our world, which is change maker. So the woman is a power. She is the inspiration. Woman is a leader and change maker in politics, science, and education. Women are changing the world from history until now. When we talk about the changes in the world, we talk about the increasing role of the woman in every part of the life. She is the force that drives change. So be the change you want to be. I also use that as my motto as a woman leader and career of change in society. My role as a woman teacher is to make young girls aware of the power that they possess and with which they can do the great things. So the women have to recognize their strength, their worth to make great things in this world. What every woman needs is the courage to step forward and change the world for the better. So to all the brave women who are embarking on the change, be the change you want to be. Just go forward bravely because you are inspiration and you are inspired. Women like Changemaker are strong of the world. In this world of the many problems in every part of the society, women are changer that we are need. So the woman is a power, she is inspiration. And that's all for me. Thank you for this opportunity.
Hello.
Okay, did you hear me? I'm audible? Naveen, you are here. Okay. Let's go further, Naveen.
Hello. Hello. I'm audible,
Yes,
Ermina?
you are audible.
Yes, sir, you are.
Yes. Let's call our
speaker.
part of the team, Virginia Rivera. She's here.
So the next speaker is Teodora Aquinola from Romania.
Naveen, did you hear me? Let's
Yes.
welcome Virginia Rivera. She's welcome, Virginia. And after we can call Aquinola.
Okay.
Thank you, Ermina. Thank you, Naveen. I am so excited to be with all of you here today. Truly, this is a momentous occasion, and I am thrilled because I'm surrounded by amazing European women. I am from America, and I am very, very excited because the truth is that my best friends are from Europe. They're women that are absolutely amazing. So I want to thank Edmina for bringing this amazing conference forward, because here in IIU, we are a diverse group and we truly respect diversity and everybody's perspective. But most importantly, when it comes to the Women's Entrepreneurial Council, we know that entrepreneurial spirit is in every single woman. In order to accomplish anything that we want to accomplish in the world, we need to go to entrepreneurial spirit. Because in the comfort zone, there are no breakthroughs. In our comfort zone, there is no advancement. We need to get uncomfortable. We need to move forward. So truly for me, it is great pleasure to welcome you from the IIU's partnership office. I am very, very, I would say flattered and more than anything privileged to be a partner in this business with Mr. Advocate Piyush Pandit. And the truth is that we truly believe in the work that IIU does, but most importantly in the work that IIU will continue to do. So WEC or WEC is a fundamental part of the work that we do, recognizing that women are the other half of the population. But not only this, bringing in as president our Ermina Raescu from Romania, knowing the powerful insight and all her experience and what she brings to the table, we honored and we feel privileged to have her with us, leading this group, but most importantly, doing the work that she does every day. Like Ermina, we have so many women around the world in the continent. Let me go ahead and turn this. Like Ermina, we know there's so many European women around the world carrying out their legacy, what they want to do in the world. And I want us to think about the European women that we already know and that have history. Ursula von der Leyen, the first female president of the European Commission, has tirelessly worked to strengthen Europe's role in the global stage and champion climate change, which I think is the most important and one of the principal causes that we have around the world. She also helps all women see themselves as the powerful beacons that they are, because she brings on so many gender equality initiatives. We honored Angela Merkel, the former Chancellor of Germany, whose leadership for 16 years not only shaped Europe's economic policies, but also demonstrated the strength and the resilience of women in politics. I would also love to just mention Christine Lagarde, the first female president of the European Central Bank, whose insights and expertise have been instrumental in steering Europe's monetary policy and promoting financial stability. Additionally, we must recognize Malala Yousafzai, originally from Pakistan, and we know that. Her activism and advocacy for girls' education resonates powerfully across Europe and beyond, inspiring us all to fight for equal opportunities for all. These leaders and so many more embody the potential of European women who continue to break barriers, shatter glass ceilings, and pave the way for future generations. Their diverse stories, innovative ideas, and fierce determination are essential to shaping a brighter future for all. We see this every single day in our own engineer diplomat, Ermina Raescu. Thank you, Ermina, for all the work that you do. As we engage in discussions today throughout the conference, let us remember the importance of collaboration and support. We come together so we can amplify our voices, share our experiences, and inspire one another to reach new heights. The power of the European woman is undeniable, and it is time for us to harness that power to drive it forward. I know, like I said before, that in our comfort zone, nothing happens. When we get uncomfortable, and I think that right now we are living the most uncomfortable we've been in many centuries. Let's expand our wings, let's be uncomfortable, and let's make change happen. Thank you again. My name is Dr. Virginia Rivera, and I'm IIU partner, and I am very, very excited to have you all here with me. Thank you. Thank you, Ermina, and thank you, Naveen.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rivera Virginia from USA. Thank you so much. So I always see you inspiring the other ladies. Thank you so much. So let's start with the conference once again. So the next speaker is Teodora Echinola from Romania. She is the president, Diaspora Solidarity Group, a committed activist, community leader, and promoter of intercultural cohesion. Teodora will speak about the role of women in a diaspora and how we can build up bridges of solidarity and across the generation and continent. Welcome, Teodora.
Welcome.
Go ahead.
You can start.
Sure, sure. Sorry, I was in transit. Very glad to see all of you. Thank you again for the invitation. I'm really pleased to be here. I'm very excited to speak about this special occasion. To introduce myself, I am Teo Achinola from Romania, and I am president of Diaspora Solidarity Group. What we are doing at Diaspora Solidarity is empowering youth and especially women to explore and develop their abilities, and we support them towards their way in leadership. Thank you again for this opportunity. When we talk about European women and women in general, we are talking about resilience, we are talking about vision, we are talking about the courage to transform systems that were not built with us in the mind. She leads, not always it's a position of power, but often from the margins, like from community organizers and entrepreneurs to migrant women rebuilding their lives in unfamiliar countries. Leadership in Europe today doesn't look this way, and that's the strength. I wanted to talk to you about something really important. When it comes to leadership and how can we empower women, first of all, we are talking about the importance of education. A woman can only be empowered as long as she is educated and she knows her rights, her obligations, which are the things that are important for her, how she can be developed, how she can also grow in different type of position. For example, we are hearing a lot about gender stereotypes. The woman should not do certain jobs. Woman should work towards positions that are more, I don't know, that are not necessarily very strict towards mathematics, engineering, and stuff like this. But what we are trying to explain, and also at diaspora, but also in general, is to show them that yes, women can do any job they want to if they choose to. Women can be doctors, women can be anything they want. What they need to do in order to want this, first of all, to believe in their own power. Second of all, to be empowered and supported by families, by friends. If you have a woman next to you, a young girl that wants to go to a path that maybe is not so popular, you should support her. And also, what when we want to empower women, we don't want to only empower women of Europe or Romania. We are working towards empowering women all over the world. And for this reason, we launched a petition to raise the age of consent at minimum 16 years old, because we believe that the more educated societies are, the more women can become mothers when they want to, but also at ages that, you know, they are mature enough to take this decision, that abuses can no longer happen to them, and many other details. We believe this way the girls will grow safely to make these choices and to become the next leaders of tomorrow. This is only one step, but the real transformation is collective. And each of us here is proof that leadership doesn't always start with a title. Sometimes it starts with a story. Sometimes starts with a problem you can't ignore, or a community that needs your voice. Sometimes it just starts with you maybe making a story time on TikTok in which you share something that maybe you noticed or you were witnessing or happened to you. That maybe empowered you, that maybe helped you to take a decision, or maybe you helped someone to take a decision. As we celebrate European Women Today, let's commit to lifting each other up, to opening the doors for those who are knocking. And remember that when one woman is rising, she's never rising alone. And once I am rising, I'm not rising alone. I'm rising with all of you, and I support all of you. So if I can support anybody, woman or young, in their leadership journey, please reach me anytime. And thank you again for the invitation, and congratulations for this event.
Thank you so much from Romania. I think we all are the teachers, we all are the educators or communists We are always ready to help anyone in the world. And thank you so much. And still, I think you are traveling and you have given us a time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much also. And wishing you a great day, and let's empower all the women.
So the next speaker is Jaswinder Chelly from United Kingdom. She's a teacher, she's a therapist, transpersonal Akash with a deep vision of healing and inner balance. Jaswinder brings emotional intelligence to the forefront as the foundation for the authentic leadership. Welcome, Jaswinder. So over to you, Jaswinder.
Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, this lovely opportunity to let my voice be heard. And I come here speaking for women, not just Europe, as Akinola said, but women all over the globe. And I come here as my own message from like my own journey. So following on from what Dr. Virginia said about let's get uncomfortable, and then Akinola saying when one woman is rising, we all rise. So following on from them, the title, I'm going to do like a poetic talk, and the title is The Woman Who Remembers. So there was a time when I thought power belonged to others, to the louder voices and to the stronger hands, the ones who were never told to shrink. But I've come to learn something else, that she leads. She leads not with dominance, but with depth. And that depth is boundless. And she speaks, she listens before she speaks. She walks with the wisdom of those who came before her. She carries lineages in her bones. And we all know that in places like Europe, and especially where I am in the United Kingdom, we have had very dark periods where women have suffered greatly, such as the period we went through about witch burning. And so we know that women, they carry lineages in their bones. All of us women carry the lineages in our bones. We carry the wisdom of those that came before us. And I myself, I didn't always have a voice. I didn't always believe that my presence was enough. But something sacred happens when a woman begins to remember who she truly is. Because there is great power in that sacredness when that woman starts to remember who she truly is. And from that place, then she builds, because she knows the level of trust that she has. She builds not just homes or careers, but she begins to build those bridges between worlds. She builds safe spaces for others to unravel and rise. She builds the futures from the broken bones of the past. And as I mentioned before, we all carry those broken bones of the past. And in the building and in the becoming, she then transforms, which is what women of today are doing on a mass level. She no longer only is the product of her pain, she becomes the priestess of her path and the architect of healing. Not perfect, not present, not fearless, but free. Free. And there is a great strength in freedom. So I say this to every woman listening. Your transformation doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be true. True to who you are, so that you can lead from that place, build from your inner knowing, transform with grace and not force. Because as Akinola already said, when one woman rises, she doesn't rise alone. She's able to lift a whole line behind her, and we have many lines behind us. And from this place. We are all coming together like we have done today. And this coming together is what we need more and more so that our voices can be heard. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Jaswinder, for giving so much of knowledge over the how women are means how women are doing something good for the society, whether it's a mother, whether it's a sister, whether it's a women leader, entrepreneur. So everyone is supporting the world with their own spirit. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now over to the next speaker, Nahid Raza from India. She is the principal of Acme School of Learning. Passionate about inclusive education, Nahid is a school leader who has transformed her community through access, excellence, and support for a young female voices. Welcome, Nahid Raza. Nahid, are you here? Nahid
is not there in the call.
Okay, so we'll move to the next speaker. We'll move to the next speaker, and the next speaker is Ambassador Samfal Dhungana from Nepal. She is a global ambassador, international trainer, peace activist, and a volunteer. A voice for a peace and social justice, Ambassador Dhungana inspired through his global work supporting youth and vulnerable communities. Welcome, Ambassador Safal.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay.
I can't.
Namaste and warm greetings from Nepal. Respected dignitaries, fellow speakers, organizers from the IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council, and everyone joining us today. It is both an honor and a privilege to be here among such an inspiring and dynamic group of leaders from across the globe. As I speak to you today on this meaningful platform, PowerHER Europe 2025, under the beautiful theme, she leads, she builds, she transforms. I feel a profound sense of unity that transcends borders, languages, and cultures. We are gathered here not just to speak, but to celebrate the strength, resilience, and life-changing power of women. From the bustling cities of Europe to the quiet hills of Nepal, women are leading change, often silently but always powerfully. Leadership begins with courage. It begins when a woman decides to raise her voice, to step forward even when it is hard, and to believe in her vision when others doubt it. In every country represented here today, we can find stories of women who have led with grace in business, education, healthcare, technology, and at home. But leadership is not only about holding titles. It is about influence, impact, and integrity. In Nepal, I have seen local women lead with quiet strength, building communities, educating girls, advocating for sustainability, and breaking the legacy-driven cycle of inequality. They may not be featured on news headlines, but they are the true architects of social change. Their leadership is rooted in service, empathy, and the determination to uplift others along the way. When we recognize and support these women, whether they are entrepreneurs, mothers, educators, or farmers, we create a ripple effect that touches entire generation. When we say she builds, we are not only referring to building businesses or physical infrastructure. Women builds cultures, values, families, and most importantly, futures. Women across Europe and around the world are building inclusive economies, digital innovation, and sustainable solutions that empower their communities. Whether it's a tech startup in Romania, a green energy initiative in Croatia, or a community-based learning center in Nepal, women are building with intention. However, we must also acknowledge the barriers that still exist, such as access to finance, education, digital skills, and safe working environment are not equally available to all women. And so, building must go hand in hand with breaking biases, breaking stereotype, and breaking the silence around gender inequality. Our job as professionals, as allies, and as global citizens is to create ecosystems where women can build without fear, without discrimination, and without limitations. Transformation is the most powerful act of leadership. When a woman leads and builds, transformation naturally flows, not just for her own life, but for her community, her nation, and even the world. The transformation I have witnessed in Nepal, particularly in rural areas, have been heart-touching. Young girls who once had no access to education are now coding, leading youth groups, managing cooperatives, and advocating for climate justice. What this shows us is clear. When women are empowered, everyone benefits. Health improves, economies grows, violence decreases, and most importantly, hope rises. But transformation requires collaboration. It requires that men stand beside women, not in front of them. It requires that government create inclusive policies, that educational institutions teach gender equality, and that businesses invest in women leadership at every level. We must remember that transformation is not a one-time event. It is a continuous journey, a journey where each of us play a role regardless of where we come from. Before I close, I want to speak directly to the young women listening today. Those who dream of doing something big but are unsure where to start. You are enough. Your voice matters. Your dreams are valid. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Start where you are, with what you have. Surround yourself with those who uplift you. And when doors do not open, build your own. Remember, we are not just the future, you are the present. And your presence is space like this, it's already rewriting history. As we stand at the intersection of culture, gender, and innovation, events like PowerHER remind us that change is not just possible but already happening. Let us commit to lifting each other up. Let us celebrate the wins, support each other during challenges, and continue to create a world where every woman from Europe to Asia to Africa and beyond can lead, build, and transform with confidence and dignity. Thank you once again to the IIU Women Entrepreneurs Council for this powerful opportunity, and thank you to each one of you for being part of a movement that believes in the unstoppable power of women. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sefal Dhangana from Nepal. I hope you are enjoying this conference to listening to the whole world. Actually, we have a 15 speakers. So the next speaker is my favorite, Stella Fernandez from Singapore. She's a trainer and a retired educator with a lifetime dedicated to teaching. Stella is a model of long-term mentorship and devotion to the education. Stella, welcome to this conference.
Yeah. Okay.
Stella, you are not audible.
Yeah, is it okay now?
Yeah, you are audible now. Welcome to this conference, Stella.
Okay, well, thank you for inviting me and allowing me to have a part in your journey of advocating what women can do. I have a slightly different presentation. Am I able to show my slides?
Yes,
Can I-
Stella, you can share your slides.
Can I share?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Are you all able to see my slides?
Make it full screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to just hold on. Sorry. I can't get the grip of it. Okay, here it is.
Make it full screen.
Yeah, I will make it full screen there. Slideshow. Okay, is it all
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm very honored that I have a chance to speak at this conference. What I like to share is thing is not moving. I think I'll go a bit further. All right. Where am I? Sorry. It's going forward, not okay. Having a little problem. Moving back to the slide. Beginning of the slide. It's going forward. What can I do? Okay, I think I got it here. Is it? Maybe I will escape first and then go to the beginning and then make it full view again. All right, slideshow. Okay, so I'm Stella Fernandez, a primary school teacher. Yesterday was my birthday and I turned 80 years old. And I had a very good gathering of, oh yeah, because it's a slideshow, it just moves on. Now I understand. So can I just not make it into a slideshow? Then it will be better. All right. So I'll make it big. Okay. All right. So I'm very glad. I will start that when in 1963, I passed my O-levels and I became a teacher. And the first assignment given to me was to teach gymnastics in schools. Now, I had no idea what gymnastics is all about, but because I was prepared to take on the challenge, I managed to be a good coach, and my students became champions for 4 years, the whole of Singapore, the top school. And in the end, they even participated in the school gymnastic championship, ASEAN, the whole of ASEAN. So I was very proud of being a coach when I did not know any gymnastics. Then when I went to another school, they again asked me to be a coach, and again, boys and girls, I had managed to coach them and they became champions for another 4 years. So people ask me, what is the secret? How did you teach gymnastics when you do not know one skill on gymnastics? Well, the reason I was able to do it was, step 1 is to learn what it is all about. Step 2 is to learn from the lower stage and move on to the higher stage. And third step is to collaborate with experts. And finally, you can act like a professional. So that is how I managed to become a gymnastic coach. Then in 1990, something very strange happened, and I wanted to become move into the spiritual world and become a nun. This was a dilemma which I had to take because I was doing so well in school, and yet I wanted to serve God in a very special way. However, after 2 years, I was not able to continue, and I came back to Singapore. And I told myself, I am refreshed now and I can empower. I'm not afraid to step into the world again and start being a teacher. But what happened is there were a lot of new challenges, new innovations, technology, globalization, and MOE initiatives. They were so overpowering that I had to learn first. So 50% of my success is to be a learner. And then look into the school-wide pedagogy. What kind of school am I in? And then use the pedagogy that is already imprinted in that school and adopt and become innovative. So when I incorporated all together, I managed to turn the library. I was told to take care of the library. There was a new library, and it was a 2-story building. And I managed to transform that library into a learning hub where the whole school was involved in library activities. And from that, I moved on and I found that what am I doing in my classroom? Why am I getting my students to sit in rows and listen to me? And I changed the environment of learning where children became leaders. Everyone was a leader. Now, to create leadership in a classroom, I had to be very innovative. And being innovative, I managed to get the schools to step into my classroom and find what kind of innovation is going on in this classroom that has made it so different from the rest. In fact, many teachers who passed my classroom did not want to step into my classroom. They felt that I was going abroad too much ahead of time, and they were not willing to change. But my leaders, my principals, the school head department, they acknowledged me and they sponsored me to go to Australia and share my creative classroom. And even I went to India, Lucknow, and I shared how I have changed the learning environment. And from there, I knew that people need validation. If you don't validate what you do, then people will not believe it is possible. So I had an action research model done of what it curtails to have an innovative learning environment. And from there, Minister of Education, when they came to my school to visit, that's my classroom was the first place, and the library which I built was the first place that they stepped into. And they were very curious to see how I had promoted learning beyond the classroom, beyond the school. And in the end, I was sharing with all schools how they can also innovate and build creative classrooms, and leading to come even to Lucknow, India, to set up a model classroom and to get the schools to promote creative classroom. In the end, my professional sharing went on to Jakarta, where I also shared, and they were also setting up creative classrooms in Jakarta. So all this was possible because I was very passionate and I wanted to do something for my students. They were my inspiration. They were my aim to create a place where they can learn in a harmonious place. So when a school wanted to adopt, I always looked at what are your areas of concern, and then I incorporated the creative classroom. And very soon, one class after another turned into creative classrooms. And every class was so beautifully done, where there were team management, learning centers, motivational charts, and all kinds, so many thought that I was decorating my class, but actually when they started to do, they found out how innovative learning can change when you step into the world of the child. And how children learn when they learn from one another rather than only from you. So the creative classroom really moved until I came up with a guidebook for the school to adopt it and promote. So in whatever I did, I felt that I need to, when I innovate, I have to validate. And validation comes from feedback, from research, from professional sharing, and consultation. Thank you very much. I hope you are inspired that by me, after over 60 years of teaching, I have contributed to the development of education. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stella, for sharing your beautiful journey, how you made the Singapore people proud and how you make the people society proud on you. Amazing result, amazing work in the field of sports, started with the sports and giving some action research and everything. It's a beautiful journey. Thank you so much, Stella.
Thank you.
Over to the next speaker, Dr. Sumitra Singh from India. She is an associate professor, Amity Law School, Noida, an expert in law and educational policy. Dr. Singh advocates for a gender equity through legal education and civic engagement. Welcome, Dr. Sumitra Singh.
Thank you, Naveen ji. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Stella, just stop sharing your screen.
Yes,
Stella?
yes. Oh, yes. Sorry. Stop sharing now. Where do I go? Stop sharing. Oh, dear.
Go to Zoom and stop sharing.
Go to Zoom. Okay. Wait just a minute. Go to Zoom. All right, go to Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. And
Yes.
say stop sharing. Where is it? Here, is it?
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi,
thank
Dr.
you.
Sumitra.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Naveen, sir. When I got this topic to speak, I was really filled with so much of pride and delight because this topic is very close to my heart, and also because today's topic is focusing upon the women in Europe. How do we empower the women? So I was thinking as to how I don't belong to Europe, I belong to India. So something that came onto my mind is what are the shared values that are deep rooted in the history of India and deep rooted in the history of Europe? That could be one big thing which can become a catalyst to bring about on this platform, talking about the shared values and ethos of Indian women, both in India and in Europe, talking about courage, leadership, social reform, education, and human rights advocacy. So, as I begin, I remember when we say she leads, I remember Goddess Durga in new forms, in 9 new forms. When I talk about she builds, I remember the goddess of learning Saraswati who builds us day by day, month by month, year by year. When I talk about she transforms, I remember Ashtalakshmi Roop of Goddess Lakshmi, which transforms all of us and together empowers the women. And I take pride in stating that women as an embodiment of love, warmth, courage, leadership, transformation are here from India and across the globe to discuss about it. So let me talk about the shared values of Rani Lakshmi Bai of India and Joan of Arc of France. Their shared value of courage and patriotism. Both were young warriors who fought against the foreign rule. They became symbols of resistance and national pride. They died young, but they left legacies behind them, and those were the legacies of heroism and sacrifice. Let me now talk about the shared values of women's education and feminist reform. When I talk about Savitri Bai Phule of India and Mary Wollstonecraft of England, the shared value of education and feminist reform was a pioneering feature of both these legendary women. Both advocated equal rights in education for the girls and women. Let me now talk about Mother Teresa, who was born in Albania and worked in India, together with Florence Nightingale of England. Their shared values of compassion and public health service. Both of them dedicated their lives to caring for the sick and the poor. They advocated nursing as a dignified profession. They became international icons of humanitarian service. Now let me talk about Indira Gandhi of India and Margaret Thatcher of UK. They shared values of political leadership and determination. Being known for their strong, controversial leadership with firm decision-making styles shaped both the nations and global politics, especially during the Cold War era. I then talk about Anandibai Joshi of India and Elizabeth Blackwell of UK and USA because she traveled at both the places. They shared values of pioneering women in medicine. Elizabeth Blackwell was the first woman to receive a medical degree in the US and a leader in women's medical education. Anandibai was the first Indian woman to become a physician. So both of these women broke the stereotypes and they broke the gender barriers in a male-dominated medical field. I then talk about Aruna Asaf Ali of India and Rosa Luxemburg from Poland. They shared values of revolutionary spirit and political activism is remarkable. Both of them fought for justice, equality, and political freedom. While Aruna played a pivotal role in India's Quit India movement against British rule, Rosa was a Marxist theorist, activist, and revolutionary in Europe. I then talk about Amrita Shergill, who was from India, and she also had a European descent, and Frida Kahlo from Mexico and Europe. She had much influence of Europe. The shared values of artistic expression and feminism was really, really remarkable. So Shergill blended Indian and European art styles and explored themes of womanhood, identity, and culture. Though Frida was not European, both shared global artistic influence and pushed the boundaries of female expression in art. I talk about MS Subbulakshmi of India and Maria Callas of Greece. They shared values of cultural ambassadorship in music is really remarkable, and both of them elevated women in classical music globally. So can you see that there are shared values and ethos of integrity, courage, leadership, determination, dedication in the women across the globe? And today, when we talk about India and Europe, I talk about sharing resilience and adaptability that Indian women can empower the European women and vice versa through cross-cultural strength, leadership, and mutual growth. I talk about promoting sisterhood and collective actions. I talk about championing education and lifelong learning, and like portals like IIU University and Global Women Entrepreneurs. There is an entrepreneurial inspiration drawn from the Indian women and also from the European women. Leading with spiritual and emotional intelligence is something common shared values between Indian cultural values with its spiritual depth and emotional wellness rooted in the European women. Art, culture, and storytelling are the empowerment tools for for women in both the countries. And of course, yes, as I talk about Article 51A of the Indian Constitution, we have to put India on the global map. That is not just one written statement in the Constitution. That is our duty. That is why we believe in one concept of Vishwa Vasudha Ek Kutum, which means the entire world is but a global village and that we are all global citizens. So we do promote global solidarity on women's rights, have interfaith and intercultural dialogue, and these days digital women empowerment initiatives are on the rock. So there are women-led tech platforms in India, and also there are women-led tech platforms in Europe. All of us can become role models for each other, provided all of us rise and make the other girl or the women rise. Encouraging family and society balance can be done together with championing environmental sustainability. I think as the UN Foundation campaign that I'm running, Girla Parohi, I think it has a logo which says that when girls rise, we all rise. So let's together walk the path of global sisterhood, promote each other, and let's together make world a better place to live in. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sumitra. You have rocked the conference. You talked about all the great leaders of India, from the socialists, from the politics, from the revolutionary Lakshmibai, Indira Gandhi, all Aruna Asaf Ali, so all Indians ladies. A big round of applause for these big ladies of India. Thank you so much, Dr. Sumita. So next is Dr. Ambassador Valerie W. Naidu from South Africa. She is a wellness director, Wireless Female Network, a promoter of women's health and a well-being. Valerie blends leadership with a compassion for marginalized community. Welcome, Valerie.
Thank you so much. A very warm good afternoon from sunny South Africa. Thank you so much for having me on this platform today. So my perspective is uniquely shaped by two rich and dynamic continents. As a proud South African, my decade-long journey in the UK offered me a first-hand look at the extraordinary resilience, power, and spirit of women from all walks of life. It was there that I witnessed one of the most influential forces in my own leadership story, the immense power of European women empowering other women. So during my early years in the United Kingdom, I was very fortunate to be mentored to be by very strong, visionary European women whose leadership shaped how I see the world today. These women embodied what it means to be empowered and, more importantly, how to empower others. They led with clarity, with compassion, and conviction. They invested in me generously and without hesitation. Through them, I learned how to lead with heart, with purpose, and with deep intention. So, often enough, when we think of leadership, it is so easy for us to imagine boardrooms. We imagine a fancy office. We imagine the titles. We imagine the money and the power and the influence that goes with it. But the kind of leadership that I experienced through these remarkable women went far beyond status. It was rooted in empathy, in service, and in the steadfast belief in lifting others as they rise. So, across Europe, women are just not shattering ceilings in government and industry. They are profoundly transforming lives, be it the classroom, be it the community, be it a research lab, be it their family homes. They stand at the forefront of integrating holistic well-being into every facet of life, understanding that true leadership and societal advancement stems from a foundation of comprehensive health. This is a principle that is especially very close to my heart. So these women mentor future generations. They build creative spaces. They make sure that these spaces are inclusive and they redefine what leadership truly means, all while championing a balanced, healthy approach to life's many, many challenges. So when we look at She Builds, it speaks to the intentional creation of systems, of networks and spaces that empower. And it's a concept that deeply reflects my own personal journey. Fueled by the mentorship and solidarity I received in the UK, I returned to South Africa with a clear mission to give back, to build up, and to do so with the same sense of purpose and generosity that was given to me. That mission led to the founding of the Wireless Female Network, an organization designed to close the gender gap in information computer technology and aligned with 8 of the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. So as our work evolved over time, our core focus broadened to include comprehensive female wellness, a primary commitment to end period poverty, significant barrier to education, to employment and dignity for countless girls and women. We also support women over the age of 40 through the journey of perimenopause and menopause, ensuring that they feel heard, seen, and supported. Simultaneously, we tackle youth unemployment by equipping them with digital tools, leadership skills, and the confidence to reach their full potential. Our efforts to create a safe, nurturing space for healing, growth, and transformation could not have been possible without the global collaborative spirit of European women. This spirit, rooted in compassion, guided by purpose, and grounded in the belief that well being in all its forms is key to empowerment. When we look at She Builds, this extends beyond professional achievement. It's about fostering emotional and psychological safety. My UK support network, a true sisterhood of women from across the world and beyond. They became my lifeline. We shared our struggles. We celebrated our wins. We honored each other's journeys. This is a community that continues to inspire me right up until today, many, many years later. These women have become collaborators, they become friends, they have basically become my tribe. She transforms. This speaks to the inevitable evolution when women unite with clear intention. This transformation isn't always grand. It might begin quietly in a masterclass with the realization that one is not alone. Or it might manifest as a bold decision to step into leadership, knowing a supportive circle believes in you and is behind you. My personal journey, shaped by the legacies of South African heroines like Winnie Mandela, Bridget Radebe, Karishni Naika, the vision of European leaders such as Christine Lagarde, Margrethe Vestager, the heroine of India, Indra Nooy. This confirms true change begins where women lead with kindness, no matter where you are in the world. We build with intention and we transform with purpose. This ultimately brings us closer to a world where all women can rise and rise together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Valerie from South Africa. You talked about that digital thinking, digital literacy, and all the things which are required for this educational backgrounds. Thank you so much. So over to the next speaker, Nevat Kankrili from Turkey.
Yes, yes,
She's a ELT
greetings.
teacher from Ibrahim Ismaili Anatolian High School. She is passionate about linguistic and cultural education. Nefat promotes a global communication and empathy through learning. Welcome to this platform. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for giving me the opportunity for this unique conference. Yes, greetings from Turkey. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, dear friends. Yes, I am deeply honored to speak before you today at this vital conference on empowering European women. Our theme, PowerHER, calls us not only to reflect but to act. And in no sector that action more essential than in education. Education is not only the foundation of personal development. It is the bedrock of equality, empowerment, and transformation. If we want to power her, we must start with her learning, her voice, and her leadership right from the classroom. It has long been said that education is the great equalizer, but in reality, too many girls and women across Europe still face unequal access, gender stereotyping, and invisible ceilings in their educational journeys. PowerHER in education means ensuring girls are encouraged to pursue STEM projects, subjects, not steered away from them. Women educators are supported to become school leaders, university deans, and policy influencers. Educational content reflects not only male achievements, but the extraordinary contributions of women, past and present. The hidden curriculum, breaking stereotypes early. Much of what students learn isn't written in textbooks. It is hidden in the messages we send, the tone of our encouragement, the roles we assign, the leaders we highlight. PowerHER means normalizing female leaderships from preschool to postgraduate, training educators to identify and eliminate gender bias, creating safe, inclusive classrooms where every girl knows my voice matters, my dreams are valid. Let us remember, a child who sees a female scientist in your textbook is more likely to imagine becoming one. Representation is not symbolic, it is strategic. Teachers as agents of empowerment. As educators, we are not just conveyors of knowledge, we are builders of our futures. The teacher who tells a girl she is brilliant in math might be the reason she becomes an engineer. The principal who mentors a young woman teacher might be shaping the next education minister. PowerHER means investing in teacher training, gender-sensitive pedagogy, and professional development that lifts women up the career ladder, not keeps them at the bottom. Empowerment must begin with those who educate. We must support our female teachers, not just as caregivers, but as innovators, strategists, and leaders. Digital education, closing the gender gap. Today, as education shift more and more into digital spaces, we must be intentional about closing, not widening the gender gap. PowerHER means equipping girls with digital literacy and coding skills, addressing the online harassment that silences so many young women learners, ensuring that girls in rural or marginalized communities have the same access to technology and opportunity as anyone else. The future classroom is global, virtual, and dynamic, and it must be one where girls do more than participate. They must design, lead, and transform. Building leadership's pipelines in education. We need more women heading our universities, designing our curricula, leading our ministries of education. PowerHER in education means creating leadership's pipelines, mentorship programs, and systematic support for women to ascend without apology and without any limits. We must stop asking women to work twice as hard to be taken half as seriously. Leadership must be earned to merit, not hindered by gender. To every policymaker here, it's time to place gender equity at the heart of every education policy, not as a footnote, but as a foundation. To every educator here, every lesson, every word, every decision is a chance to empower. Let's reimagine education that does not teach girls to fit into the world, but equips them to reshape it. When we empower her through education, we are not just changing report cards, we are changing the realities. We are lighting fires of curiosity, courage, and confidence in every young woman. And in doing so, we are not just empowering students, we are also transforming societies. Let's be bold, let's be intentional, let's power her in our classrooms, in our policies, in our hearts. Because when she learns, she leads. And when she leads, we all rise. Thank you. These are my thoughts about the topic as a teacher.
Thank you so much for bringing up a teacher perspective towards the society. It's
Yes.
amazing to listen to you. And now we have a next speaker, a little change in the
Thank you.
sequence because Dr. May Elizabeth has a problem. So I'll invite first Elizabeth is class Leon from Mexico She is based in India, a Spanish language educator, Nelpuli, promoter of Hispanic languages and the culture in Asia. Elizabeth contributes to a deep intercultural education. Welcome, Elizabeth.
Hi, can you hear me now? Yes?
Yes,
Hi, good
Elizabeth,
evening.
we hear you.
Thank you. Sorry for
Yes,
late. Now it's raining here in Bangalore, so you know how it is. But well, I am so happy to share today with you. And this is a very important topic because we are thinking all the time, what can happen without the woman? Yes, it is not be feminist, it's be part of the life, part of the society, education, that all that we are doing all the time. So today, I am so happy to can share with all of you, and of course, I can be here with Mr. Naveen Gupta. It's very nice. I like so much when we can find some men in our meetings, in our projects, because this is all that we need, this support, this complement. And now that we are working together, that we can do something together, we can grow together, believe together, and do a lot of things for us, for our society, for our families, for all our students, all these new generations. This is amazing. And in all this time now living in different countries, I could find a lot of amazing women, amazing professional people, not only women, men, and we are working together. And in this moment, I feel so happy, so comfortable, very, very comfortable and very happy because I can share, I can prepare, I can help, I can learn. And this is, I think that this is the best when you can find amazing woman and very strong woman, because I think that all of us, we are very strong. What we have to do, share, support to another woman. And in this case that we are hand by hand with another another man anyway, this can be the most beautiful thing. I think that is the most beautiful because we are thinking in do something together, not only for somebody, for somewhere. We are doing things for all the society, for all our life, for all our work. And on all these last years, and I had been the opportunity to share, to participate in different topics in different countries, I can see that we can be sure, because honestly, in some moment in my life, I was very sad because I thought that the world don't have any hope. We can do nothing more for the world. But step by step, meeting people for different countries, different societies, cultures, religions, etc., I can see that we can do very big things. And if you find amazing people, very professional, then they want to do something. Not is only for talk, not is only for some award, not is only for money. It's because really we want to do something. And today I am so happy to share with all these amazing women where we can share, when we can do, when we can believe in us. I am sure that if I start some project with Stella, with Tracy, with all of us, if I told somebody something, guy, I can start some project. Do you want to start with me? I am sure that you will tell me, yes, we're going to grow together. We're going to do it together. And this is when you feel more happy, more confident, more strong. And it's the same with with all of us. So now in this moment that we can share, that we can start, and of course I will be in all the projects that you want to know, yes, that you want to start, that when I can support to you, of course. And I am sure that this power for all these amazing women, you can see it day by day, step by step in all of our projects. So congratulations for all these women on this project, in this event, for all the women, because I am sure that we meet more amazing women. Yes, now I have the opportunity to share with all of you, but I am sure that each one of you, you have more amazing women beside you. And we have to work together. We have to grow together. We have to believe together. And I am sure that we can do a lot of things. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, Dr. Ma Elizabeth. Now, continuing with the same sequence, we have next speaker, Ofadile Gofa Maitimu from Botswana, President G100 Young Engagement Wing, published poet and a global speaker. An emerging leader, Ofadile is a powerful youth voice expressing herself through poetry, podcast, and impactful social initiative. Welcome to this conference.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thank you for this beautiful opportunity. It is a pleasure to be here. It is a pleasure to be joined here with powerful women, powerful gentlemen from all over the globe. And I would really like to emphasize this. We need to empower the next generation of women leaders who are rooted in purpose and are rising in power. Today, I stand before you, not just as a speaker from Botswana, but as a woman who has carried the weight of uncertainty, the sting of economic limitation, and the fire of transformation, and still rose. And so did many of you. We are living through the pressure of wars, economic wars, mental health crisis, wars against identity and culture. From the heart of Europe to the villages of Africa, women are holding families, communities, and industries together, often without recognition, rest, or reward. Yet the woman continues to lead, build, and transform, even in silence. Leadership is no longer about position, it's about purpose. For the next generation of women, we must redefine leadership, not as dominance, but as service rooted in empathy, emotional intelligence, and community. The European woman who balances corporate success and gendered expectations. The Botswana woman who leads change while carrying her culture. The African woman who builds resilience with every breath. They are all leaders. But we must recognize, resource, and raise them. She builds not just structures, but systems. We must teach young women that they are not only meant to fit into the world, but to reshape it. In a world facing inflation, job scarcity, instability, how can she build? By equipping her with digital literacy and tech skills, access to funding and mentorship, representation in policy spaces. Transformation isn't just economic, it's internal. The next generation must understand that healing the past traumas is part of their leadership journey. And emotional intelligence as well, mental wellness, and cultural identity. Those are not just side topics, they are pillars. The European women may be free politically, but still shackled by particularly patriarchy in the boardroom. I meant to say, sorry. The Botswana woman carries tradition and transformation in her soul, often having to choose between the two. The African woman is the blueprint of resilience, but for how long must resilience be her burden? Empowerment is no longer about permission, it's about positioning. Empowerment must be holistic, mind through education that values both STEM and storytelling, body through access to health services that are inclusive and responsive, spirit through community, mentorship, and intergenerational support. Let's teach her not to just not how to, let's teach her not just how to achieve, I meant to say, but how to thrive. Our sisters in Gaza, Ukraine, Sudan, Botswana, France, and beyond are connected more than ever. We need platforms that link young women leaders from Europe to Africa, build cross-border mentorships, fund female-led innovations. We are not each other's competition, I believe. We are each other's completion. Let us raise a generation of women who lead with love, build with vision, and transform with truth. The future is not just female. It is fierce, fertile, and full of fire. And it starts with her, with you, and with me, with all of us. Thank you so much for giving me this beautiful opportunity to share my mind. And it is a great opportunity. Thank you so much for the beautiful platform.
Thank you so much, dear, for sharing your thoughts with us. So the next speaker is, again, a little change. Noor Nezerneh Biniti Omardin from Malaysia. She is a university lecturer and program coordinator from Nilai University. With a career in higher education, Noor brings innovation and top-tier academic leadership to Malaysia. Welcome, Noor.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Naveen. Good evening, esteemed global speakers, fellow educators, entrepreneurs, and trailblazers. I'm Noor Nazrana Omardin from Malaysia, and I'm honored to be part of PowerHER Europe 2025, a celebration of women who lead with purpose, build with passion, and transform with vision. As an educator for the past 18 years, I have had the privilege of guiding students, especially young women, through the transformative journey of entrepreneurship. In my classrooms, business plans are more than assignments. They are blueprints for possibilities. I teach my students to pitch their ideas with confidence, to see entrepreneurship not just as a career path, but as a tool for empowerment and economic independence. Many of these young women and students choose this path to launch ventures that generate income, support their families, and inspire their communities. Globally, women now make up 40% of the entrepreneurial workforce, yet they still receive only 2.1% of venture capital funding. Despite these challenges, women continue to lead with resilience and purposes. As Oprah Winfrey once said, think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. This mindset is what I strive to instill in my students, especially those who are just beginning to believe in their own potential. Women entrepreneurs are also 25% more likely to build ventures focused on sustainability and social impact, proving that when women lead, they lead with heart. As Sarah Blackley, founder of Spence, reminds us, don't be intimidated by what you don't know. That can be your greatest strength, and ensure that you do things differently from everyone else. These words echo the spirit of innovation and courage that I see in my students every day. And as we gather here at PowerHER Europe 2025, let us remember the words of Malala Yousafzai. We cannot all succeed when half of us are held back. And Barack Obama once said, empowering women isn't just the right thing to do. It's the smart thing to do. This truth must guide our actions beyond this room. So I call on each of you, the educators, the entrepreneurs, policymakers, and allies, to invest in women's ideas, amplify their voices, and open doors that have long been closed. Mentor a young woman, fund a female lead to startups, advocate for inclusive policies, because when we leave women, we leave the world. Let us leave here not just inspired, but committed to lead, to build, and to transform. Together, we are not just shaping businesses, we are shaping a future where every woman has the power to rise, to lead with conviction, and to transform the world with her vision. From the heart of Europe to every corner of the globe, let us champion the brilliance, strength, and leadership of women everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Noor, from Malaysia. And I hope you are enjoying this conference and people are sharing their own thoughts in their own way, actually. They have their own perspective. Thank you so much. So next, come back to India once again. I am from India. So next, come back to India once again. So we welcome our guest speaker, Dr. Kalpana Dikshit from India. She is a research coordinator and a former professor at Baraktullah University, Bhopal, a pillar of higher education and a mentor to hundreds of young researchers. Dr. Dikshit is a symbol of scholarly excellence among the women. Welcome, ma'am. You are not audible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I am audible.
Yes, Kalpana ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Kalpana Dikshit, as already introduced, and I am really happy to join you after a long time. And thank you, IIU WEC, for this wonderful opportunity. I will directly come on the theme. My very co-fellow has spoken a lot, very beautifully. They have expressed the position of women, the standard of women, the status of women in the Indian society, in the European society, and the other society in the ancient time and the present time. I would like to say that women leadership in Europe, because the theme of the present day is PowerHER Europe. I would like to describe this thing. So women in leadership in Europe is marked by both progress and persistence, underrepresentation and underrepresentation also. As of early 2025, only 15 out of 50 European countries have a female head of state or government. And within the EU, just 7 countries doing excellence in the women leadership area. I would like to highlight the example of Italy. They have given the power to the Giorgia Meloni. Denmark's Mette Federation, Lithuania, Ignorida Sumania. Additionally, 3 of the EU's top jobs are held by women. Ursula von der Leyen, European Commissioner, President, Roberta Metsola, European Parliament President, and Christine Lagarde, Central Bank President. So these are some examples in the European continent. In spite of that, what we found in national parliaments, women account about only 33.4%. This is very low, of course low, but that's comparatively good because as earlier it was only 10 to 12% and 27% in 2014. If we talk about the other countries like Sweden, Finland, Norway, lead with women making up over 40% of parliamentarians. And I'd like to highlight the most important thing, that women are leading the economy, leading the policy, designing and defining policy. They are transforming the society. They are transforming the nation. They are the changing agent of the world. And still, they are lag behind. Why? There are many hurdles and barriers in their progress, in their empowerment. One of the most important is the gender parity, gender gap. low pay, and women's recruitment in higher position is very low all over the world. I'm not talking about only the Europe. Since the theme was in Europe, I have highlighted some facts. But in all over the world, the global situation is there. Women on top positions are very less. Why? Because they are suffering from so many barriers and hurdles. One of the important barriers is the work-life balance. I can't say work-life balance because at the home also, women is doing work, she is doing domestic activity. So I just like to say it, the work-work balance is the most important factor in the lagging behind the women. And other thing is that the lack of motivation, lack of training, lack of skill development opportunity, lack of intuition, lack of enrollment, and other thing is that. However, achieving true parity, however we are reducing the gender gap, still either it is India or in Europe or other country of the world, the women in lower non-skilled positions are a very good number. They have very good percentage. But on top position, I have highlighted few names in the starting of my speech. In spite of that, why women are lagging behind? The important reason is that we have lack of the true role model. When a woman reaches on the top of the position, she is accountable and this is her duty to pull every woman to come forward and to develop and grow themselves. If a woman develop another woman and they will collectively do effort to motivate and to teach and train the young generation, they will definitely reach on the top position in the after 25 or 30 years far. So I mean to say that the women has to develop their own strength. Women has to develop their own power. Women has to push their guts on their own self, and they should not be dependent on anyone for their progress and their growth. They should be self-motivated. They should get proper opportunity. If they should not get, they should inquire the opportunity. They should find out different skill development programs. They should find out different mental development programs. They should find out how much training are the government and non-government agencies and the NGOs are conducting for the women. So they should take initiative to join these training and these program of empowerment and the development so that they can teach and train the other women. And they all will collectively reach on the top of the position. Another thing is that there are many policies and programs, government initiated, non-government organizations are initiating so many programs are conducted and organized by time to time in different national and international organizations also. But due to lack of awareness, due to improper time management, and due to not getting sufficient opportunity from the family, sufficient support from the family, women were unable and women are unable to explore all these opportunities and to join this program. So there is a collective effort of the women, of the family, of the community, of the society, and of the government. Government making policy, advertise the different types of policies. But can women are aware about that? Can they are aware about their legal rights? Can they are aware about the different online, offline education system where they can develop their skill, where they can develop their qualification, they can develop their achievement. They should get a proper position And even after a gender gap, even after or some gap in their career span, they will again join if they must be aware about the different course and program for the women. So I would like to say only two things here, that in India also, the women are leading in power position. Mrs. Draupadi Murmu is the one of the important examples. She is the President of India. While India made a remarkable progress, the journey is far from over to future strengthen women to leadership position and to the other position. What I mean to say, as I earlier mentioned this thing, that women are the change maker of the society. So they bring drastic change in the society. If they skill, if they get proper qualification, if they learn the thing, if they explore the thing. So exploring the different opportunity is very much important. And other thing I would like to say that yes, women are busy in their domestic work. Women are busy in balancing their careers, their goal, their promotion. There are so many academic activities, but still they have to take care of their health. They have to take care of their soul. They have to take care of their family. They have to take care of their in-laws and other surrounding members who are attached with them. So this is a part of a life. But we are also alive. We have equal right to live our life accordingly. We have a right to grow ourselves. We have to right to survive with our dignity and respect. We have a right to earn and survive our family and feed ourselves also. So this is the personal strength, personal motivation, and the exploration of the program, events, conferences, skill development programs, training program, out of the school program, in the school program, out of the college. So many things are there. So they can, if they don't know, they are failure in exploring, they can contact the mentors so that the mentor will definitely advise them accordingly. And I again would like to say thank to our moderator, Dr. Naveen Gupta sir. After a long time, we are meeting, and all the wonderful women present here. Happy Father's Day to you all. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kalpana. Nice to see you once again on the conference. So we are keep meeting on these conferences only. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. So the next is it Tracy Iliani from USA, founder and CEO of Heavenly Connects and Release Pain to Power. Tracy transformed trauma into strength through a transformational coaching and support for women on the path to healing reinvention. Welcome, Tracy.
Hello, thank you so much for that great introduction. It is great to be here with you guys as usual. And I can't remember the individual's name, but she inspired me to go get my scarf. And actually, Dr. Virginia actually gave me this when I was in India in April. But I would like to say this is definitely an honor to be able to sit back and hear all these lovely stories and all this great experience and and the knowledge of these powerful women all across the globe. It is definitely a lifetime experience to just sit back and just soak in all this knowledge. So yes, thank you. My name is Tracy Eiling, and I am from the United States. And I had the opportunity to meet a sister named Dr. I'm going brain here, Teresa, and she started this journey with me and allowed me to come with her to India. So that's how I actually came to have these relationships with you guys. But I am the Release Pain to Power CEO that I have created. And also there's a collaboration with Heavenly Connects. And Heavenly Connects is a mobile app that allows you to upload your deceased loved ones and create a legacy of pictures and videos and all that of all your family members. But with that being said, I would like to share my screen just to give you guys an understanding of who I am here and what I am all about. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. So yes, I am Tracy Eileen, founder and CEO of Release Pain to Power. And my power statement is I coach women to release their pain and anxiety caused by hardship and trauma. I work with women suffering from pain, from stress, anxiety, depression, with resolves around trauma. And I just want to elaborate on that. We talked about educating the woman. We have to educate the woman, not just from their skill sets of from a STEM or being an engineer, being a teacher. We have to focus on their emotional intelligence. I don't speak on that from a doctor standpoint. I speak a medical standpoint. I speak on it from my personal experience. And that's why I created Release Pain to Power based on my traumas that I've had in my life. A woman or anyone would not be able to expand their horizon emotionally if they're not healed from their traumas. And everyone has different traumas, and actually everyone has a trauma, but we have to stay focused that the woman, since we're focusing on women, have to be healed from their traumas in order for them to gain skills and knowledge. And I like to go, give me 1 second here. I'm trying to minimize this. We're gonna hide that. My modules are acceptance, forgiveness, mindset, and a plan of action. With acceptance, the woman have to accept herself, acknowledge the reality, practice honesty within in order to accept their reality and accept themselves. They have to be honest on what's going on with their emotional intelligence. Acceptance, admit your mistakes, and know your rights. Don't let fear get into your rights, because most women have experienced being held behind, for lack of better words. They don't know their rights and they're fearful. Forgiveness, acknowledge the hurt, understand how the hurt and the pain has affected you. And that's what I've had to do as being a woman, an individual, is understand how that hurt and pain has affected me throughout my life, so then I can accept and change the past. I have been in therapy all my life for my emotional healings, and I'm not shameful to say that. Determine whether or not you want to win. Do you want to repair? Do you want to learn? And most importantly, do you want to forgive? Forgiveness is everything, because that alleviates the additional stress within. And if you you won't forget it, but you have to forgive in order for you to move forward. The mindset, be curious, look at failures and learning opportunity, be optimistic. Most importantly, believe in self. I believe in myself. I know all you individuals here believe in yourself, but you have to believe in yourself. Develop a sense of purpose. Pay attention to your words and your thoughts. Words are powerful. Stop seeking approval from others. Seek approval from self. Be authentic with yourself. Know your purpose. Because as being a woman, standing behind the man, we forget our own purpose. We have to be mindful on our purpose. Our purpose in the world is not just to be a mother. Our purpose in the world is to love ourselves, build our career, whether we want to be a doctor, lawyer, or dentist. Maybe we just want to be an entrepreneur, but just know your purpose. Plan, set your goals. The women have to prioritize their goals, set a deadline to achieve those goals. Recognize your strengths and opportunities. When you know your strength, you are a powerful woman. When you know your opportunities on where you can go in life, you are a powerful woman. Develop your skills, increase your knowledge, use your support network. This is a great support network. A woman have to have a village because we're carrying so much in life, right? So we have to have a support network to catch me when I'm falling, to help me with our children, to help me with doing that assignment, to help me to learn how to start a business. Measure your progress. You have to know where you're going in order to move forward. Action, clear out your vision, have the end in the mind to overcome your fears, outline your strengths, your areas of improvement, and read so that you know that you have educated yourself to build your personal development plan. Action, ask for feedback. Don't be scared to talk to anyone and ask your feedback. Observe others, keep a journal, meditate, woosah, review and adapt. Observe others is what I really took out of that action, because you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Watch what other women are doing, so then you will know what piece that you relate to, what piece you need to understand, and then you create your own action plan from there. And you're always going to be able to tweak it as well. So once again, my name is Tracy Eileen. I am the founder of Release Pain to Power. I am from the United States. I am open to speaking engagements. I'm open whether I fly in person or virtual. And also I am the CEO of Heavenly Connects. Thank you. And I really appreciate this opportunity, Dr. Virginia Perush and Amina and everyone that's here. And I appreciate being a part of this.
Thank you so much, Tracy. And you shared insightful thoughts of your organization about the action plan, feedback. Everything is important. We should be very much focused in the life. Please stop sharing your screen.
Yes, that is what I'm going to do. Here we go. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
See you soon in India. Okay. So the next speaker is Shruti Kulkarni. She will just take a few minutes to give her thoughts over overall about the conference. Over to you, Shruti.
Am I audible?
Yeah, Shruti, just in a crisp, you can just give your thoughts.
Yes.
I hope.
Yes, I can. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity. And first of all, I really, wish you all, lovely fathers to a happy Father's Day today. And here the topic is today we are going to talk about today's theme, which is I want to share one thing over here. We are talking about woman empowerment, and she leads and everything about she. But I would like to highlight there are two ladies in front of us who are best example of this conference, I think. And before giving them this gratitude or this the great work they are actually doing for all of us on this platform. So I really want to appreciate the hard work of all of our favorite Dr. Virginia ma'am, and as well as Dr. Imina ma'am also. I think these two ladies are the live example, best example for all of us for today's, in this platform, and this today's our this
Shruti, you are on mute now, please. Shruti, can you hear me?
I think she finished, Naveen. You can, we can end the conference.
Okay. So at the end of this, the beautiful journey of this conference. So as we come to close of this empowering evening, I, Naveen Gupta, extend my gratitude to each one of you who have presented. Extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you who made PowerHER Europe 2025 a beacon of hope, strength, and transformation. To our extraordinary speakers, thank you for your wisdom, your stories, and your unwavering commitment to building a better world. To IIU Women Entrepreneur Council and its visionary founder, Dr. Piyush Pandey, thank you for creating this vibrant global platform where voices from across continent comes together to celebrate womanhood, leadership, and innovation. To our incredible team behind the scenes, technical support and communication coordinator, thank you so much for your dedication. And to every participant, supporter, viewer, thank you for believing in the power of collaboration. She leads, she builds, and she transforms. Let's carry these spirits forward into our schools, our communities, our nation, and continue to inspire change. Until next time, stay strong, stay united, and keep leading their purpose. Thank you so much. Join me in the next session. Thank you so much, everyone, for this beautiful conference. Each one of you have made the day a rocking. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Naveen. Excellent.
Thank you so much, sir.
You are always great host. And we have today Stella. It's her birthday. Let's try to open our microphone and sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Stella.
Let's be together. Yes, because all we face, even
Happy
I face
birthday
problems
to you.
in my
Happy
life.
birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
Dear Stella, ma'am. Happy birthday.
you. And now send us cake from Singapore. We want the cake.
Thank you.
Great day, and thank you because you was with us in an important day for you. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to our dear participants. Thank you for showing up with your passion, your insight, and your spirit. Your presence is what gives life to this event. So today, and session ends, our mission continues. And now I have the idea to continue PowerHER other continents because she leads, she builds, she transforms. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank